What's going on again, everyone? John here with Clean Pro Services, and I'm live again. I don't know why I'm live again, but I decided to go live again. Again, I don't fully know why I went live again, but we're live again. So, hello. How are you? No, I went live again because I wanted to catch the people in that came on this afternoon. 2bar361. Oh, we got YouTube early too. We got some likes on the channel. All right, we're cooking with grease out here. Let's see if we can pull up YouTube to make sure I'm not leaving anybody out on YouTube. How's everyone doing? 2bar361, what's going on? My name is John. I'm with Clean Pro Service, and I am answering questions about pressure washing, cooking with peanut oil. You know it. Cooking with grease, cooking with peanut oil, cooking with no, not peanut oil. What was I using? Extra virgin olive oil. I quoted a guy with a paver driveway. Do I just clean it like normal or surface clean? Going right away with the questions, Chase. So you've got a couple of options with paver driveways. You can do it with the surface cleaner, but there's sand in between each of the cracks. So it's something that you have to talk to them about and negotiate them. Talk to them about and negotiate and figure out if you're gonna fill it in with sand or what's gonna happen. There's really no way to avoid blasting that sand out. I mean, you could soft wash the whole thing with a hot mix, a 3 to 6% mix, but the process for pressure washing would be the same thing, but the big thing is the sand. What are you going to do with the sand once it comes up, because it's going to push all of that out, and what are you going to do to refill it if you are? For me, I tell them, I just disclose it, and I don't really do much about it. On YouTube it says pavers can lead to big dollars with upsell on sealer. Yeah, I've heard this. I don't do sealers, so I'm not an expert on that. I couldn't tell you anything about it, but I've heard exactly that as well. Man, I got people doing the live thing again. 2bar, I'm all ears. I'm just ordering stuff to start up soon. Super dope. What are you ordering? Tell me. We got people on YouTube already. What do you say when you go door to door? Okay, this is my wheelhouse right here. This is my wheelhouse. I love sales. I want to do more sales stuff. So I'm not trying to fill it. Yeah, no. Fuck that noise. That's yeah. So door to door. All right. I'm gonna give you a door to door pitch. Okay. You tell me if it's good or bad. How's it going? My name is John. I'm with Clean Pro Service. We do exterior cleaning services like roof cleaning, gutters, siding, driveway, windows, and more. Can I interest you in getting a quote together? Tell me what you think. Is that a good pitch or a bad pitch? And if so, why? What's good or bad about that pitch? Man, YouTube. Okay, YouTube's coming through. We got people on YouTube hanging out with us. And if you're just joining in, I'm answering questions about pressure washing, soft washing, sales, or marketing on that side of the business. So please ask away. I'm here for you guys. Yeah, ask away. But I just did a pitch. Tell me what you think. Good, bad, and why. A door-to-door pitch. Got my little iced coffee. My little iced coffee. Whew. What do you use to do gutter cleaning? Okay, Jonathan, Kilo, I can't pronounce your last name. Good pitch lays out all the services you provide, and it was condensed to the point. Okay. Once I do this guy's house, I would like to do. Here's our door. Do I discount them? We'll get into that. What do you use to do gutter cleaning? Exterior gutter or interior gutter cleaning? The inside of the gutters or the outside? But going back to the pitch, I'll do it again for you guys. How's it going? My name is John. I'm with Clean Pro Service. We offer exterior cleaning services such as roof cleaning, gutter cleaning, siding cleaning, windows, driveways, and more. I'd love to walk around the property and give you a quote. Is that a good pitch or a bad pitch? And give a reason for if it's good or bad. And make sure that you drop a like. Make sure you drop a like in this. Make sure you drop a like. Please also share this as well. If you know anybody that's starting a pressure washing company, make sure you share it as well. We'll get into the questions that we're getting here on TikTok, but let me know if you think that is a good pitch, bad pitch, or indifferent. YouTube, we need some likes over there. We got a couple viewers and only one like. Need you to hit that like button, please. Show some love. I'm dropping knowledge over here, answering questions about pressure washing, soft washing. But right now we're focused on this pitch, this door-to-door pitch. So I want to hear what you think. Is it a good pitch, bad pitch? So far, we have Jonathan on YouTube who's telling me it's a good pitch, lays out all the services you provide, and if it was condensed and to the point. He said it came across professional, transparent, fair. Okay, that's his point of view. Anybody else? Thoughts? Don't be shy. Jump in here. We got people watching, not enough people commenting. Chase showing love. I appreciate you. What's the pitch? I'll do it again for you guys. This is a door-to-door sales pitch. Tell me if it's good, bad, and if so, and why. How's it going? My name is John. I'm with Clean Pro Service. We are going around your neighborhood offering quotes. We do exterior cleanings, including roof cleaning, gutters, siding, driveways, windows, and more. I would love to offer you a quote for those services. Good pitch, bad pitch, and why. Good pitch, bad pitch, and why. We got Jonathan on YouTube telling me that it's a good pitch, lays out all the services I'd like to provide in a condensed to the point, came across professional and transparent. What do we think, TikTok? Good pitch, bad pitch, and why? What's going on, Brian? Prompt design, what do we think? Chase, what do we think? Chase over here showing love. I mean, you could have said, you could have said you already did one of those houses down the street. Good pitch though. Okay, so you're saying, so I'll revise the pitch. Hey, my name is John. I'm with Clean Pro Service. We've taken care of a couple of your neighbors down the street, and we're offering quotes to all the other neighbors in the community. We offer exterior cleaning services such as roof cleaning, gutter cleaning, siding cleaning, driveway cleaning, window cleaning, and more. I was wondering if I could give you a quote for your house. Good pitch, bad pitch, and why? So prompt design said I should have said I was doing one of the houses down the street. Whether it's true or not, that's almost irrelevant. Just tell them, hey, yeah, we were doing it down the street. But tell me, good pitch, bad pitch, and why? Yeah, it makes them feel like they aren't the only ones getting your service. I like it, okay? I guess it makes sense to start with basic like that, then wait for their questions and see if they show interest before going into more detail, okay? Made it back. Mexican restaurant saved me with the Wi-Fi. Gotta get that Latino Wi-Fi, the Wi-Fi. So good pitch, bad pitch, or indifferent. Okay. I think I spent enough time on that. I'm gonna tell you, it's not a great pitch. It's not a great pitch. This is something that I've kept in my sales training. So if you decide to go with my sales training, this is the kind of advice that you'll get on it. But it's not a great pitch. And here's why. A lot of people think that that is an elevator pitch, right? It's just meant to convey your idea. It's not an actual sales pitch. An actual sales pitch. I'll give you a story. One time I was sitting at a restaurant, and I was talking with a friend of mine, and we're laughing, we're joking, and the waiter comes over and says, "Water?" and like holds up the pitcher, you know, like they were gonna pour, and I'm like, no. And then I go back to the conversation, and a few moments later, less than 60 seconds later, I'm talking. I reach to go get a glass of water, and I'm out. I looked at my glass, and I looked at the I looked for the waiter, and I was like, I gotta call this guy back because I'm thirsty. Now, the waiter came over and offered me free water, and I turned him away. I didn't look at see how much water I had. I didn't assess my level of thirst. I didn't check and see how hot it was. I didn't analyze how long we had left in the conversation. I just said no. The reason why you say no is your brain is a machine, okay? And that machine uses energy in order to operate. When it's doing tons of tasks, it's running your blood, your heart, all your organs, healing you, growing things. It's doing so much at one single time. And your brain has to make cuts where it can. And it has to create shortcuts when you can. This is what deja vu is. This is why you walk into a place that you've seen before and it feels familiar, so that your brain doesn't have to re-scan the entire thing and learn the lay of the land. Your brain creates a ton of shortcuts. It's supposed to do that. You want your brain to create shortcuts, but sometimes your brain creates shortcuts that end up hurting the organism that it's trying to protect. Case in point, it was easier for my brain to say, let's break this down to the lowest level. If the waiter came over and said, water, and I said, how much I'm in the middle of a conversation. How much water let me stop this conversation. How much water do I have? Will I be thirsty? Probably. It's free water. It's not that big of a deal. Yes, waiter, I would like some more water. And then refill the water. That took a lot of mental energy and then I would have to re-engage. It's very, very, very easy for your brain to just say no, disconnect. Think about when you go into Best Buy and you're looking around at the surround sound and the TVs and everything, and somebody comes over and says, hey, can I help you? What do you say? Just looking, right? You may not just be looking. Your TV may be broken, and you may need a new one. It's a knee-jerk reaction. So our bodies or our brains are built with these knee-jerk reactions. It oversimplifies things. I'm in my house, I'm sitting down watching TV, someone knocks at the door, the doorbell rings, I gotta get up with my old bones and then go and answer this door to see some asshole salesperson ask me what? Exterior cleaning, blah, 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 blah. What did he just ask me? What did I just ask in that pitch? I said, hey, my name is John. I'm with Clean Pro Serivces. We do exterior cleaning. We're taking care of a couple of your neighbors on the block. We offer roof cleaning, gutter cleaning. I've just said, we want money, right? That's all they're hearing. I want you to spend money. Would you like me to spend money? What is the easiest thing for your brain to go to when you say, do you want to spend money? No, right? The knee-jerk answer is no when it's unplanned money or undesired money that you want to spend. So, as salespeople, how do we get around this? How do we get around this no? I'll give you one more quick story. I was at a different restaurant with a different group of friends. I don't really drink. I drink maybe a couple times a year, if that. So I really don't drink. I was with a bunch of friends. They don't really drink. I've never drinking with them, and they probably, yeah, it's rare that we drink. We sit down at this very fancy restaurant in Las Vegas, and the waitress comes over and says, would you like wine tonight by the bottle or the glass? And here we are, three assholes. We do the whole Spider-Man, what do you want to do? What do you want to do? We because of how she asked the question, we entertained, and then we're like, wait, we don't drink. Water, please, right? The question broke our brains and caused three people who don't indulge in alcohol to consider indulging in alcohol because of the way she asked the question. And I stopped her. I was like, that's a fantastic question. I love that question. It was incredible. So you don't say, do you want to spend money, right? You have to ask a question that breaks their brain, that breaks the psychology of their brain. So prompt says, so I guess you should say to the customer, I see you need a cleaning. That can be offensive, right? I see your shit looks dirty, right? Or I see you need a cleaning. And they respond, I just cleaned it. Or I cleaned it last weekend. Or I'm the one that takes care of it. What do you say? You've backed yourself into a corner where you may have just offended their work. Don't say that either. Tailor your pitch based on the unique issues of each property, like moss from the roof, to demonstrate your understanding of their specific needs and demonstrate how your services can address those problems. Yes, but also no. It's too much. Sales is simple. Simplify this, okay? So I'm going to take a bit of what you said, but let's dumb this all the way down. Here's the pitch. How's it going? My name is John. I'm with Clean Pro Serivces. We are going around and giving quotes for roof cleaning. When was the last time you had your roof professionally cleaned? When you ask a question like, when was the last time you had X professionally cleaned? There is no yes, there is no no. You haven't asked them to spend money. It gets their brain thinking. The brain goes to the file of quick responses and it says, we don't got anything for that, right? This is the cool part. Doesn't matter what they say. They can say, oh, we had it done last year. Oh, we never had it done. Oh, we had it done last week. It doesn't matter what they say. Oh, I go up there and take care of it every year. Doesn't matter, right? A good sales process works no matter what anybody says. Like, we don't have to overcomplicate this here. So, hey, my name is John. I'm with Clean Pro Service. We're offering quotes in the area for exterior cleaning. Let me ask you, when was the last time you had your roof professionally cleaned, right? They're going to give you so much information from that. If you say, had your roof cleaned, oh, last year. Well, who cleaned it, right? So professionally cleaned adds another complexity to the question. And what happens is they start saying, well, I cleaned it last year, but it's never been professionally cleaned. Or I cleaned it yearly, but it's never been professionally cleaned. Or we had it cleaned, we bought the house in 2003, and I think it was clean. Their brain starts working. When their brain starts working, it detaches from the thing that they were doing and then attaches to you and becomes engaged. Now you've got their engagement, and now you can steer the conversation to a pitch. Now you can do everything. You need to latch that brain onto you and your conversation and disassociate it from the thing that it was trying to accomplish before, because you've interrupted that. And the fastest thing that brain can do is cut you off to get back to that. So asking a question like, when was the last time you had your roof professionally cleaned? Or when was the last time you had your driveway professionally cleaned? If they say, oh, I did it myself last week, it's like, oh, okay, you did a pretty good job. Have you ever had it professionally cleaned, right? Then we can go into those things like, can I show you some of the difference? Can I do a demonstration for you? Can I put my surface cleaner down and see if I can get anything more up for you? It's not offending their job, but it's giving you an opportunity to get information from them. When you're doing sales, it's all about getting information. Stop telling people shit. For the first 3 to 5 minutes of sales, all you should be doing is just gathering information, as much information. I did a role play with my former employees before where I said, for the first 3 minutes, you can't tell the customer a single thing. You can only ask questions, right? So, and the customer would walk in the door, and I would time it, 3 minutes, go. You can't tell them anything. Don't tell them a price. Don't tell them any specs. Don't tell them anything. You just have to ask questions. If they say, hey, what is the price of this? It's like, oh yeah, I can look that up, but before I get into that, can I ask you X? They have to redirect. You have to be comfortable asking those questions. So if they say, when was the last time you had your, what was that? You say, when was the last time you had your driveway professionally cleaned? And they say, oh, last year. It's like, great. I'd love to show you some of the spots that I saw that I can improve on. Do you mind if I give you a quote for it? You can ask the quotes and go into the quotes directly after that, because now they're engaged with you and their brain is not trying to detach. The other thing you want to do is get them out of the house. Okay, car dealerships. If you go to a car dealership, they try to get you to the desk, right? They'll say, hey, let's go back to, let's go in the office here, and I have all of our cars online. I can show you this lot, and I can show you my other lot, and I can see what we have in stock that's going to fit your budget. There's a statistic, something like their close rate increases like 30-40% if they can get you sitting down. That's like a hard statistic that car dealerships have found. So what do they try to do? They don't want to get you off of that lot, off of browsing, because your car is out there and you're close to your car and you're very able to backpedal out of that scenario into your car. Once you've gone inside, you've made a commitment to going inside, and now you're locked in, and it's really hard to go inside and then come back out to your car. So what they want to do is get you sitting down. They don't have to run your credit. They don't have to do any of those things. They just pull up some things. They'll sit down. They'll talk to you. It's like, hey, what are you looking for? They'll break out that little 4-square thing, and they go into the whole shebang there. And then they'll walk you right back out. But after they've sat you down. And the whole reason they're doing that is because that's their marker for engagement. That's when they get you to sit down, they know that they have a customer. If you don't sit down, they don't believe you're a customer. So in our profession, you go door to door, getting them to step outside to the porch. Okay, so what's going to happen? Step one, you say, how's it going? My name is John. I'm with Clean Pro Serivces. We're taking care of a couple of your neighbors. And let me ask you, when was the last time you had your roof professionally cleaned? They're going to do only a handful of things. They're going to say, it was cleaned X, right? And they're going to stand at the door and with the door halfway open, it's like, it was cleaned this time, right? Or if they're going to fully engage, they're going to open the door, they're going to stand in the doorway, they're going to put their hand like this, they're going to, this is full engagement, right? Where they're almost out of the house. Or they're going to slam it, oh, no. Or I'm renting, and they're going to close the door, right? So those are really the responses that you're going to get. When you get to that point, you want to get them out of the house and show them, like, yeah, I saw some moss on the roof. And this kind of goes to Jonathan's point where you can tailor your pitch unique. You can say, I saw some moss on the roof, or saw a couple things around the house. I'd love to do a full walkthrough and just see and just take a look at everything and see which of our services are going to match your house and try to get you taken care of that way. So big thing is ask a question that's going to break their brain. Don't just list off, do you want to spend money? 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 The answer is no. I do this, I do this, I do this, I do this. No. If you go to the oil shop, if you go to get your oil changed, and they always come to you and like, hey, you want to change your air filter? You know, we got this one for $39.99. It would be that's a poor pitch, right? The answer is no. They're offering it, which is good, which is leading to more sales, but the answer is going to be no. If they open the hood, they poke their head around and said, when was the last time you changed your air filter? When was the last time you changed your cabin filter? If they said it like that, I would say, never. Yeah. Can I show it to you? Yeah, let me see it. All right, here. This is what I'm thinking here, right? They're causing me to engage, but they're not doing that. They just say, you know. All right. So I hope that helps with some door-to-door sales. I do a sales training. So if anybody is interested in that, hit me up on direct message, and I can get you closing deals door-to-door right away. Everybody I've trained closes $1,000 their first day out. You know, we get you knocking on 100 doors, and you're gonna close $1,000. Cole, what's going on? We're gonna get you. I'm gonna get you to close $1,000 in your first day. Easy. I'm gonna 10x your money here. All right, let's get into some of these questions. Thank you for hanging with me for that rant. Best cleaning up high, X-Jet. How high and how many gallons per minute, and what are you cleaning? You know, so I like the M5 nozzle. I'm a big fan of that. So yeah, the X-Jet is really good, but I don't like to, I mean, if you're talking vinyl, downstream it, you know, super simple. If you're talking brick, stucco, yeah, X-Jet is the way to go. All right. Great questions. Thank you for hanging with me while I went on that little sales rant. Love sales, and love helping people make money on deals. We can so with my sales training, we basically go over the sales tactic. I role play. Two-story, mainly vinyl houses, 2.5 gallons. M5 is going to be too big. Go with the J-Rod, but there's a company called the Sharpshooter. Sharpshooter nozzle. They've got a good nozzle, works really good. C&R Sharpshooter tip, and I believe it only goes on to 4 gallons. Yeah, then just go with the standard J-Rod. It's going to be hard to find one that. Go with the standard J-Rod, 4 gallon a minute, and then use the high pressure nozzle, and you should be able to get that high. Oh, well, that won't downstream. Yeah, I mean, the 4 gallon is really going to be the lowest one that you're going to be able to go with. Got my first meeting for a commercial job, two big schools, soft wash brick. How do I go about it? Oh, charge from square foot, what to expect, etc. Main thing is also height, a bit taller than 3 stories in some sections. Man. So I've done Costco's, I've done whole schools. I've done with if they're brick, you're gonna soft wash it. You're gonna want to 12 volt that thing, or gas powered system. On mine, I've 12 volted them. 3 stories is tough. Even with the 7 gallon a minute setup, 3 stories is tough to get up there. Bring I mean, if you don't want to rent a lift, you know, you can shoot 2 stories no problem on a not windy day. So you can choose to go on, you can get an A-frame ladder, like one of those Gorilla A-frame ladders, stand at the top of that, and yeah, I mean, you can rent a lift, completely up to you. I don't really like lifts, but yeah, completely up to you. But 12 volt is definitely 12 volt soft wash is going to be it. You know, depending on how bad it is, you're going to hit it from a 3 to 4%. It's just something that takes time. You know, it just takes a lot of time. With brick, it's really cool because you don't have to worry about oxidation. You don't have to worry about anything. I would say the only thing I would worry about is the windows. If it's really hot, don't leave the treatment on the windows too long. You know, have something to rinse off the windows pretty quickly, because that SH and soap will bake on those windows, and it'll be much harder to get off later. It'll just be an added thing for you to have to do. So just have some fresh water ready to rinse those off. Deposits are completely up to you. You know, I don't really charge deposits. You know, I have enough to kind of float everything, but it's completely up to you. I charge per linear foot. So on a 3-story, I don't know my prices, sorry. 3-story, oops, 3-story brick, I'm at $4.50 a linear foot. Oh, I gotta get back to the other gentleman about his, thank you for reminding me. I'm about $4.50 a linear foot on 3 stories. So you figure per foot cost on that, I figured that if it's 3 stories, 4.5 divided by, that's 30 square feet. That's about 15 cents a square foot for the siding on that. Okay, so we are 3118 times 4 point, what did I say? 4.5. That's about 14 grand. About 14 grand on that. You can give them a little deal if you wanted to. You're not going to go through 14 grand worth of chemical. 3,000 square foot is 3,000 linear foot. Are you sure it's 3,000? Let me look up a school near me. I know this high school is pretty big. Or no. You might be. Or Chief. School. I'll look up the actual school that I did. Here it goes. Come on. Show me the money. Okay. Yeah, okay. So I did a school where it was about 3,000, a little over 3,500 square feet. It was 3 buildings. So it's about 3,500 square foot for all of them. Maybe not. I can tell you the name of it. You can see. Yeah. Let me know the name of it, and I'll look it up and tell you. But yeah, no. This one was about 3,000 square foot. All in. and it took us, with 2 trucks, it took us, with 2 setups, it took us 3 days to do. All right, East Stroudsburg High School. In Pennsylvania. Oh yeah, this is, whoa. That is a monster. That's bigger. That is bigger than 3 stories in certain areas. Jeez. You doing the whole siding on this? Yeah, certain areas only 1 story. Certain areas you're getting up there. So yeah. Yeah, you might need a lift for this. Let's move this. Let's see what we got. Still a little quick rough estimate. Yeah, it's 3,000. Yeah. She's 3,000, 3K. She's actually a little bit more because you got the courtyards there, and you got some of the, yeah, that's over 3,000. It's closer to 4,000. Yeah, that's one. That is definitely one. Yeah, this would be a crazy one to have on the resume. And it's just you? Yeah, some of these areas are well over 30 feet. Yeah, I mean, this is about the size that I did. I mean, this is like, I did 3 buildings that were this big combined. You're doing 1 massive building. These high schools are crazy. Looks like a university. Do they want window cleaning too? Get yourself a water-fed pole and do some window cleaning for them. Yeah, some of those back buildings. Yeah, they're 3 stories, but they're up there 3 stories. They're really tall. Yeah, you may need a lift for this. This is a project that's going to take at least a week. Rinse those windows really good, or else that chemical will just sit on there. But other than that, you know, you can 12 volt that thing, let it sit there, and it's going to look good. Let me get back and make sure I didn't miss any YouTube comments. Okay, cool. Very cool. Congratulations, man. That's a nice little bill there. It's a nice little hefty dollar bills there. Very good. Julio Cruz. Julio. Jane Sunflower. Jane. Man, my phone has not rang too much today. Hey, Black Sheep. So roughly 14K for the high school, and about there's about 2,000. The daily streams, yeah, I'm trying. For 2,000 square foot, about 9,000 for that. So if you wanted to give them a package deal of 20,000, you know that's a nice payday. That gets everybody paid. The bills paid for a little bit. If you wanted to give it to them, it wouldn't be hard. You know, it would take. I mean, even if it took you a month, that's still good money for the whole month. But it won't. It'll take you no more than 2 weeks to get all of those like thoroughly done, depending on how many guys you have. You got one guy that's just soft washing, and then one guy just rinsing, coming right behind them just rinsing. I mean, the trouble you're gonna have is that people are you're just gonna run out of SH, you know. So you can only carry a maximum of 100 gallons. So just bring as much SH as you can. 100 gallons per vehicle. Woo! How do I get my window cleaning business off the ground? How can I attract more customers? So, Polo, what's going on? You know, I'm gonna say with window cleaning, yeah, no problem, Brian. With window cleaning, I would be going door to door. In fact, we are doing I'm going to be building out a window cleaning division, just window cleaning, for my business. So, you know, one thing that I feel about my business right now is that I offer too many services off of one vehicle, and it's just kind of too much. What I want to do is have just some core services offered, and I'm going to start with probably window cleaning and exterior gutter cleaning. And what I'm going to do is put one technician and one salesperson on a truck, and they just go out and they just knock on doors. That's the cheapest way for you to grow your business. That's the cheapest way for you to grow your business. Yeah, the guy you're talking about is probably the guy in the red shirt, Josh Lester. Really good kid. How did you start just driveways? I started with just driveways and siding. I didn't do roofs at all in the beginning. But I'm gonna go to the whiteboard here. I wanna make sure I show that. And then mirror my thing. So hopefully you guys can see really good. So like, here's the math behind window cleaning. That, you know, if you have, okay, so for a water fed pole, a water deionizer, so right now I can go on Amazon and get a water fed pole for $600. I can get a little Unger water deionizer for $500. I can get a garden hose for $40. I can get I mean, that's really all you need. So you're right in the $1,200 range. There's a couple other components that I'm gonna set up. So I'm gonna be personally right around $1,500 startup cost for all of the equipment that I'm gonna get. From there, you have sales, do sales. You have the tech, and then the business. So if you do it as a 33% split, okay, if you did a $200 house, right? So for you can do 1 story, 200, 2 story, 250. Okay, you can go here. So 200 divided by 3, everybody's getting paid 66 bucks. Okay, let's for quick math call it 65 bucks. You can do sale wise. So if you did 66 times 3 or 65 times 3, that's $195. So if you did 3 of these in a day, that's $195 each get. $195 each person gets. If you broke that down over an 8-hour day, which it wouldn't take you 8 hours to do that, but that's basically $24.37 per hour, right? So at 90, so the house is basically making $200 a day. The 200, 200, 200. You figure if you do that 5 days a week, that's $1,000 a week, or $4K a month, or $4,000 a month. $4,000 a month. If you did that, if you did 5 houses a day, that's $1,000, or 5 houses a day at $200. That's, let's call it $333. Wait. 5 houses a day at $200. Yeah, $1,000 divided by 3 times 5 days a week. That's $1,666 a week, or $6,600 a month. Okay, and if you can train up your salespeople, train up your tech, you can get to this number, 5 houses a day, just doing window cleaning at $200 a pop. That's $6,000 that the business gets to take. Okay, then you set up. So somebody gets paid $6 grand for washing windows, residential windows. Somebody gets paid $6 grand for selling residential windows. You get $6 grand for facilitating the business. You do that again for another truck and another truck and another truck. You do that with 3 different teams. You know, your business is bringing in 18 grand, and all you're doing is kind of facilitating the entire action. Hold on, let me go back up and read some of these quotes. They have a team. They have a team start cleaning, then a sales guy that just continues to bring in work. Exactly. I understand. Thank you for the advice. How do you feel about your journey has been or has treated you so far? I feel good about it. You know, it's I overcomplicate things sometimes, you know, especially for myself. I simplify things for others and I overcomplicate it for myself. So I'm a victim of, you know, kind of my own thing. So I have to reach outside of myself sometimes to get outside perspectives just to make sure I'm not overcomplicating things. I'm about to start mine, just learning solutions before I do. Nice. Don't want to damage anything. Like, what if I missed something exciting or first started? You know, if you're doing a soft wash, it's like, there's a lot of knuckleheads in this business, you know, and it's really hard to damage people's sidings. If you're careful and if you're concerned, you know, it's one of those things is if you're nonchalant about it, you're gonna damage it. If you're concerned, you're gonna take care of people's property and you're gonna make sure you do a good job. So I would say be cautious, keep that fear in you, and take your time. Need to be insured. It'll be out of pockets. Yeah, that's always good. I'm assuming people that start these businesses don't have money for insurance. Are you over the age of 18? I'm over the age. You see these gray hairs in here? See these gray hairs? I am well over the age of 18. 5 a day. Is that possible with one guy? There is invoice template you can use, make it more professional instead of a handshake. Yeah, I mean, yeah, go get Excel. There's tons of free invoicing software. Free. I think Squarespace has, sorry, not Squarespace. FreshBooks has a free tier pricing. And even if not, do the trial. Do the trial. If you can't make the money back in the trial, stop doing it. We're talking a couple bucks. All right, somebody said something here. If I were to start an LLC, could I be covered by the LLC if I had to start business? Okay, I'm gonna answer that in a second. What's a surfactant or algae killing product would you use? I'm gonna answer that. Who do you contact for insurance when you first start? I'll answer that on Texture Deck. Oh. On a deck. Okay, we got a couple things in here. So let me answer the easiest real quick. Who do you contact for insurance when you start? Do you need an LLC? Okay, so this goes into my guide. Write this website down. I'm gonna give you guys a website, okay? Get ready. powercleanacademy.com, or you can www.powercleanacademy.com. If you go under Academy, and there's the A to Z startup guide, which walks you through everything that you need to start a pressure washing business. It tells you the difference between a sole proprietorship, LLC, corporation, operating agreements, business licenses, like everything. So go through that, and that's gonna help you initially. Hold on one second. I wanna make sure I'm responding. To these comments over here. Okay. All right. So an LLC. So an LLC and a corporation. Let's go to the whiteboard. Where'd my pen go? Can we all see that? We've got you, and then we have LLC, okay? This is how this works. When you create an LLC, you're basically creating a new entity, okay? A new person, and it stays in this box. Now, you can be a representative of this LLC. You can buy things and put it into this LLC, but it's its own entity, okay? Just like if you have a baby, you've created a life, and it has to go get a social security number, and it's its own entity. It's not an extension of its parents. It's its own entity. It's its own person. It's going to have its own credit and its own everything. So an LLC is the exact same way, or any kind of corporation. I think LLC is a limited liability corporation. Now, there's a thing called piercing the corporate veil. So if you use the company card to buy an OnlyFans subscription or buy a personal item, now what you've done is created a connection between you and the LLC. So when a lawsuit comes, a lawsuit is going to only look at the LLC and it will jack up this LLC. But if there's a bridge between you and the LLC because you pierced the corporate veil, now all of your personal assets are liable as well. This is the difference between a sole proprietorship and an LLC. A sole proprietorship, you're incorporating yourself. So basically you're just saying, I'm a person and a business. An LLC is, I'm the person, here's the business. An S Corp is, I'm the person and here's the business as well. LLC and a corporation are exactly the same thing when it comes to liability, okay? The difference between an LLC and an S Corp is the tax structure. So let's say your business made $100,000 in revenue, okay, and total revenue. And let's say you had to put gas in the truck all year, and you had to buy truck, and you had to buy equipment, and you had to pay for some employees. Let's say you didn't pay yourself a dime, okay? Let's say you only just paid the business expenses. So we'll call this revenue. And for easy math, let's call it $50,000 in expenses. Okay? So that leaves you with $50,000 in profit. Simple, right? We all understand how that works. Revenue minus expenses equals profit. Okay? So now let's say you get to the end of the year and you're like, you know what? I've worked really hard. I want to pay myself I want to pay myself half of this. I want to pay myself $25,000 at the end of the year. Okay? So that means you have a remainder of $25,000 in business profit. Okay? Everybody with me so far? Now, the difference between an LLC and an S Corp. An LLC, let's start with an S Corp because I think it's the simplest. So with an S Corp, you are an employee of the business. You pay yourself a rate, just like you do with any employee. Hourly, salary, hourly plus bonus, however you want to pay yourself, a structured pay, that's how you pay yourself. And you're only taxed on the revenue taken out of the company that you paid that you paid yourself. So you're only taxed on this amount right here. Okay? This amount that stays in the business bank account carries over into next year and you don't get taxed on it. Not immediately. You don't get taxed on it immediately. Okay? So it saves you from being taxed so heavily. With an LLC says, okay, well, we're going to draw a line right here. Well, actually, we're going to say you and the business are the owners of the business. The owners are not the business, but they are the components of the business. So everything that the business generates in profit is taxable. So an LLC taxes you at this rate. An LLC taxes you here. Okay? So you're paying tax on $50,000 no matter if you have no matter how much money you have at the end of the day. If you only take $25,000 out of the business, or if you only take $25,000 out of the business, and you have this much of profit, and LLC taxes you here. The other thing that's important is how you get paid. With an S Corp, again, you're paid as an employee. You can issue yourself a paycheck through a payroll company, take out the taxes, and just like anything else. With an LLC, you're not paid as an employee. You're seen as as officers of the LLC or representatives of the LLC. So you're paid on a draw. Okay, so every time you pay yourself, you write yourself a check just like you do any other vendor, and then at the end of the month, the quarter, or year, you pay your taxes based on how much you've drawn out, you pay your taxes on the full profit of the business. So this is the big difference between an S Corp and an LLC. I personally think that most people would do better under an S Corp. An LLC is simpler. An LLC is simpler because it's just like one big money pool and then another big money pool out. So it's like simpler to what's the word? Oh my gosh, I'm spacing. It's simpler to reconcile. That's the word. It's simpler to reconcile, but an S Corp is a bit more complicated to reconcile and can cost more money to reconcile if you go through a CPA. But typically requires itemizations of your expenses. So an S Corp takes more time and is harder to reconcile than an LLC, and this is why people choose to go LLC. And also, I think people hear the word limited liability and they believe it offers more protection than an S Corp. So I think people choose to go LLC because of that, but that's not it at all. That has nothing to do with it. An S Corp and an LLC offer the same liability. It's like an S Corp or an LLC is actually only recognized at the state level. When you file federal, or anything on the federal level, you're going to fall under a corporation, an S Corp, a partnership, or sole proprietorship, or any of their classifications. S Corp or LLC is a state level designation, so it doesn't even matter. The protection is almost exactly the same. It's basically how you're able to pay yourself. If you want to start your business as an LLC to keep things simple and then migrate over to an S Corp, you can absolutely do that. Again, working with an accountant is good. I think it like this. So if I had to make a recommendation, if you're planning on making this your full-time business pretty immediately and you're willing to get a CPA involved right away, go with an S Corp. If you are going to use this as a side business and you want to talk to your CPA once a year or your tax person once a year, go with an LLC. And then keep as much money in the bank as possible. That's my recommendation on that. I hope that helped. All right, we had a lot of comments. YouTube had comments. Let me come back. Guess it makes sense to start with the basics. Okay, pitch basics. Okay, with a Jonathan asks, with a 1600 psi, 1.2 gallon electric pressure washer, a typical wand, and a 500-foot garden hose, what variety of residential cleaning services would be feasible to offer my neighbors on a door-to-door basis? Jonathan, I'm gonna say, because you used the word feasible, I'm gonna say none. At some level, I feel bad because I want to tell you I want to say, oh, you can do anything with anything, because in my mind, I'm like, man, hook a, what is that thing called? Hook a foam can into that bad boy, and do siding soft washes. But at some point I have to cut off and I have to say, stop it. A 1.2 gallon a minute pressure washer is not a great solution, and electric is not a great solution. If you are just pulling my leg and if you're just saying, dude, this is what I got and I need to get to that next level, help me out, I need to eat, dude, go to 1-story houses. Don't go to a 2-story house. Get a foam cannon, $20. Put some sodium hypochlorite in it. So put some pool shock in it, a little bit of soap, and then hit that siding and do siding cleaning only. Charge $200 for a couple 1-stories and get yourself to some proper equipment. Get yourself, do 10 of those and get yourself to some proper equipment. I hate to even give that advice, but if that's what you're working with, I'm determined to make you some money, man. And if that's what you're working with, do that. And my pitch would be, hey, my name is John. I'm with Clean Pro Service. I'm just starting off and I am trying to refresh this neighborhood. I have simple equipment that's able to clean your house with a soft wash solution. Can I offer you a fantastic price on getting your entire siding clean? Right? And say, I'm gonna do your whole siding for $200. Okay, keep this price to ourselves. This is a great price. I'm trying to save up to get better equipment. That's where I would be at with that. Because anything else like that, I mean, that pressure washer is designed for rinsing down your car on the weekends. It's not designed for anything commercial. It may give out at the 10 times. I don't know. All right, let me get back to here. What surfactant or product can I use to kill algae? No surfactant kills algae, really. I use Apple Wash on a deck, textured wood. Okay. OxyClean. Surprisingly, go and get yourself some OxyClean, and you can. So if it's a non-painted, like exposed deck, you can get OxyClean, spray it down, take a scrub brush, scrub it. OxyClean. The reason why it's called OxyClean is because it's an O3 solution. It uses O3 or ozone, and those oxygen particles. So O3 has 3 oxygen molecules. That extra oxygen molecule is very unstable. It likes to release and then attach onto organic things. And O1 basically kills organics, which is funny because we breathe O2. We breathe oxygen. We breathe O2. O3 is what the ozone layer is made out of. So that extra oxygen molecule binds to organics and will kill it. So if you're talking about a deck, OxyClean is a good solution for that. It's a simple home solution. Can I wash for a 40-foot home from the ground? 40 feet tall? Even with an 8-gallon, you're going to struggle with that. I mean, the answer, 40 feet, I'm going to say no. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy. Yeah, lots of good questions. So, would you pierce the veil? You buy stuff you actually need for the business, or no? You don't pierce the veil if you buy things for the business. You only pierce the veil when you buy things for yourself. Like you pay for your own cell phones. You pay, and if you talk to your CPA, talk to your local accountant. You pierce the corporate veil by buying personal items. Buying some Jordans. If you're buying work clothes, if you're paying for gas for work, anything you're doing for work can go under business expenses. Anything that's not for work, you're piercing the corporate veil. 55 gallons, 220. What does that break down to? 220. brought up by 55. $4. I mean, in Washington, that's a decent price. It's SH varies all across the United States. Would it be a good idea to rent a truck or van until the company is able to purchase one? Yeah. I mean, if you have to hustle, yeah, you know, rent a truck, throw everything in there, call it a day. You know, you get to where you can get to. You know, like, yeah. Oh wow, there's a lot of comments in here. So what's the best option? LLC, S Corp. I think I answered that. So S Corp, you wouldn't owe taxes at the end of the year. You do owe tax. Well, if you structure it where you're paying taxes as you go, then yeah, no, you don't have to do that. Your taxes will come out as you do. And again, if you get an S Corp, get a CPA, and they'll get a CPA, and then buy their payroll services. It's going to cost you like $8. It's going to cost you like $8 to pay yourself through them, and they're going to send you a check every or direct deposit, and you'll pay yourself as an employee. 2.5 bare minimum, pretty much. No, 2.5 is not a bare minimum for commercial. 4 gallons is bare minimum for commercial. If you have a 2.5, it's gonna be tough. I started with a 2.3, so I've been there. I know what I'm talking about in this. I started with 2.3, and then I went to the 3, and then yeah. I'm gonna ask the same question, but with a 4-gallon one, no ladder. 40 feet. I mean, even with my 8-gallon, I would say I'm not hitting 40 feet. If I am, I'm barely hitting 40 feet tall with an 8-gallon system. A 31-foot wand. Are you saying 31 or 31 inches? 31 inches is different. Experimented on my sister's house yesterday. Should have built her. It was really hot. I don't need to know what kind of sister stuff you're into. Just kidding. Did you start with an LLC or S Corp? So I started with an LLC, but I'm going to be moving to S Corp really soon because of structuring things. I'm trying to keep things simple. Residential referring to electric wash common. Yeah, man. I would, Brian, were you the one that was asking? Who was asking about the the electric wash? How much was the 8-gallon you got, and where'd you get it? I got mine from 30 inches. Okay, yeah, you had 1 tick is for feet, 2 ticks is for inches. I don't know why that is. I've always felt like it should be backwards, but anyways, how much was the 8-gallon you got, and from where? I paid about $4,500 for mine pre-built. It is from Seattle Pump and Equipment out in, so I got it from them when they were in Seattle, but now they're in Woodinville, I think. I think it's Woodinville. I gotta go up and see those guys. Yeah, Woodinville. Their prices probably have gone up because everything's gone up since, but yeah, they make some good, they get some good stuff there. With my 4-gallon pressure washer, can you tell me what I would need to do a job tomorrow? What's the job? Did you start door to door? Absolutely. I mean, I have 20 years sales experience, 10 years marketing experience. So my start is going to be very different to your guys' start. Sorry, I got to go back to YouTube. Okay. So with that arm, I was able to, grow the business really well without having to do door to door. But I still do door to door. In fact, I'm going to be building a sales team very shortly that's only designed to do door to door. And when I teach them, it's going to be very, very simple stuff, nothing crazy. All I have is the washer, wand, and chemicals. Hey, Naps Power Washing, what's going on? I see you pop up my my channel all the time now. With 4 gallon a minute pressure washer, can you tell me what I would do tomorrow? All I have is the washer, wand, and chemicals. Downstream? Do you have a downstream injector? With attic and deck. What is the best option? What is your best marketing? What is your best marketing in your opinion? Number one, anything free. Facebook. Number one is Facebook groups. Facebook groups. Number two, phone calls and networking. Calling different real estate office, making sure that they're aware. Yeah. Number three is so those are free, right? Those are super free. Number three, or the next thing that I would do is paid is Google. I would do Google next as a paid. Facebook groups, door-to-door selling, or Facebook groups, phone sales, door-to-door selling, and like, fuck it, let's do this. Okay. There. Oh, you can't. This is the formula. All right, I'm gonna go back, screenshot this. How would I make and check the right mix? Bleach pull shock and join and soak in the fuel cut. Any tips on dealing cleaning with my setup? So Jonathan, get a phone cam. You're gonna have to eyeball it. Oh no. You're gonna have to eyeball it. No, you're not gonna have to eyeball it. You're gonna fill it with the pool shock, and the foam cannon is going to inject it in. And yeah, you're just turn it on its lowest setting, and it should inject it in at a rate that's gonna be fine for the siding. So yeah, just if you feel like it's too strong, you can do like a little test spot, pour out half and do half mix. You can start with the half mix. If you find that it's too weak, you can pour that out and go with a full mix. All right, I need to go over here to these TikTok comments because we got a lot of them. Hold on, let me come over here, live. What the heck? He's not available. There we go, live. All right, let me, I don't have it all in there. I gotta scroll up, okay. All right, scrolling up, give me a second. 2 sides our house, boom. No downstream injector, but I can get one tomorrow. Yeah, so you need a downstream injector, a tank to hold everything in, and you're gonna just downstream on the house. That should, a downstream injector, a feed line, and a 5-gallon bucket of 10 or 12.5% sodium hypochlorite. And yeah, did you start with a trailer or just a pressure washer? I started in my wife's Dodge Caravan, 2013 Dodge Caravan, with a pressure washer. Just buy door hangers to make it easy. You can get them cheap. Lot of local stores. Yeah, sure. Best size with hose. 3/8. Zach, 3/8 inch pressure washing hose size. They don't make. I don't think they make them. Yeah. Yeah, no problem, man. No problem, Brian. Glad to help. Yeah, glad to help. Yeah, 4 gallon a minute. All you need is a 3/8 inch hose. No problem, Big D. I PayPal West Ave on all that our year by paying for a marketing team. I pay a lot less. Trust me, I get in contact with a local marketing team. How many people did you start with? It was just me. Then I brought on my brother-in-law, and then yeah, I usually run 1 or 2 people. Not crazy. And they put you on those platforms. Yeah, it's worth it. I mean, dude, I told you the number. This is, guys, here's the math right here. Here's the schedule and the math. It's really simple. Let's go over this. Here, from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m., call realtors, broker offices, and property managers. You're just networking. You're letting people know that you exist. Doesn't cost you anything, just time, okay? From 11 a.m. to 6 p.m., 7 hours a day, you're doing door-to-door sales. You're trying to get 100 doors. You're trying to get to 100 doors a day, okay? From there, you go home, 6 p.m., have dinner, whatever. You sit down, you get on Facebook groups, you send outreach emails, all of that. No, these aren't numbers made up for just demonstrations. I did 10 grand my first month. No problem. It's very, very easy. This will generate $10,000 per month. Just this section here will generate $10,000 per month. Let's break that math down. If I have 100 doors, and let's say I sell a driveway cleaning and a home siding cleaning for 500 bucks. Okay? Let's say I sell it all for 500 bucks. If I close 2 of those a day, I knocked on 100 doors and I got a 2% close rate. I sell 2 of those a day. 500, there's 20 work days times 2. There's 20 work days in a month if you work Monday through Friday. Times 20. That right there, that's 20,000. That's 20K right there. So let's say you sell 1 a day. You got a 1% close rate. Nobody has a 1% close rate. You have to suck at everything to have a 1% close rate for a $500 driveway and siding cleaning. Let's talk more realistic. Let's say 1 day you're pressure washing, 1 day you're soft washing, 1 day you're cleaning. 1 day you're knocking, 1 day you're cleaning. 1 day you're knocking, 1 day you're cleaning. Very realistic, okay? So that puts you at, let's call it in a, there's 4 weeks in a month, we're just rounding, right? 4 weeks in a month, that's 8 days washing, 8 days knocking. Is that right? Is that math right? That math is not right. Yeah. Yeah, okay, let's do 8 days. So 8 days knocking, 8 days cleaning. You gotta close 2 at $500 a pop. That's $1,000. That's $8K that you make just from that, and you've got an extra day. So if you decide to knock 1 extra day and do 3 jobs in a day, you're at 10,000. It's super simple. These numbers, and this is with a shitty salesperson. You don't have to be good in order to get 10,000 by doing 100 door knocks. You don't have to be good. What is the name for the hose for the chemical bucket again? Flexzilla or Kiriyama is what I use for my soft. What is the name of the hose for the chemical bucket again? It's off of the downstream injector is usually just a 1/4 inch hose that you I use a 1/4 inch braided tube that I get from Home Depot. But if you go to any local power wash store, it should come in the pack. No, I did not make up these numbers. How does the hose stay weighted down in the bucket? Good question. What you want to do is you want to get a piece of PVC, a half-inch piece of PVC, and you want to feed it through the PVC, and you put that into the bucket, let it curl in. That's going to hold it down. Good pro tip. Good pro tip. You can go onto a local hardware store and tell them I need a chemical line. Yeah, it's a quarter inch. It's a quarter inch braided tube. That's all it is. Just make it the right size. What is the right size? Not that big. Oh, I can't remember the measure. Yeah, quarter inch. But you can ask the hardware or exact size. Good quality stuff. I'm cleaning windows right now. Very cool. And roofs. I buy it by the buckload. Yeah. So, I mean, guys, so from here, this is 10,000 a month. Even if you're doing every other day. Even if you do every other day. 10,000 a month. Out of that 10,000, you take 1,200, you put it toward a Google ad. Okay, you hire a company like ours, you pay us $300 of Introspect Web Design, pay me $300, and then I put $900 towards your Google ads. That's good. That's a $30 a day budget. From there, you're gonna get, we see, oh, actually that number is wrong, hold on. We see a 15% return, but we're only applying $900 toward it, 0.15. So you're gonna see about, it's not 8,000, it's 6,000. $6,000. Okay. From there, you're going to take $1,200, and you're going to pay us again $300 to run Facebook ads, and we're going to put $900 toward your ad budget, $30 a day, good local budget. You're going to see a 20% return, and it's not 6,000, it's 4,500. Excuse me. So from there, so 10,000 minus 1,200 plus 6,000 minus 1,200 again plus 450, and then we're going to pay an office manager to basically, we're going to pay somebody to do this and this for us and answer the phones. We're going to pay them $3,000. Simple work from home job. Hire the girlfriend, hire the wife, whoever you want. And you're making $15,000 per month. From there, you probably want to hire a helper, and you probably want to hire door-to-door salesperson. So let's say you're even, let's say you pay each of those $4,000. So that's $8,000 off the top. You know, you're still profiting $7,100. Chemical costs run you around $1,000 a month. Gas, another $1,000. You know, you're still making a good profit in all of that. You can dial back. You know, with this is just at $500 siding and driveway cleaning. And that's doing 2 a day. You can do more per day. I think the most I've done is 5 houses in a day, no problem. Yeah. Hold on, I think this. Hello? Hello? Yeah. Who? Can I actually give you a call back in a bit? Can I actually give you a call back in a bit? All right. What's the starter kit? So starter kit, if you want to go to, I recommend spending about $1,500 on everything to get started. If you want to get started, yeah, I have microfibers all over my equipment and purified water. Okay. And I qualify in a $90,000 bracket. Walk away? Naps, I don't know what you're talking about, man. I built my entire skid. Okay. Yeah. $1,500, yes! Yes! Yes, queen! Yes! Let me see. I just got down with all of this. Initial pressure washing setup. Sorry, not 1,500. It's 2,200. Excuse me, 2,200. That's a 4 gallon a minute pressure washer, 200 foot pressure washing hoses, 250 foot garden hoses, 20-inch surface cleaner, downstream injector, 5 gallon carboy, 5 gallon gas tank, J-rod, turbo nozzle, quick connect set, O-ring set, D10 ball valve, plumber's tape, personal protection and respirators, gloves, and camera covers or electronic covers. $2,200. Get you started. 2,200. Telling you and marketing team as all the platforms to be cheaper. I mean, I have a marketing company. I don't know what you're talking about. They put you on all the platforms cheaper. 72 different. They put you over 72 platforms. Okay. If you want to cover cameras, electrical outlets, things like that, I'm not gonna lie. I don't do the best on PPE. I could be a lot better. But can you walk us through the process on a driveway and a siding, like the way you sell the job and pull up, and what? Let's say you sell the job and pull up. Yeah. First, okay, great. Oh, man, that's a fire question. So step one is I do a walk around on the property. I make sure there's nothing. So I do a walk around on the property and I'm taking photos. So taking photos of all the siding for marketing and for my liability. If there's any burn marks on, if there's any damage, I'm looking for damage, and I'm looking for, people have got wires all hanging out. It's wild. People have their house in like crazy conditions. So it's all of that. And I'm looking for damage. I'm looking for trouble. I'm looking for anything that the homeowner can blame me on. When is my next life? Dude, I don't know. I don't have a schedule. I just jump into this thing. I'm sorry. I wish I did. Make sure you follow me. It notifies you if you follow me. And follow me on YouTube as well. I just walk around everything and I'm documenting. Next up, I go to the, okay, if I'm just starting, the next thing that I do is I set up my truck. Sorry, I'm gonna say when I was just starting. Next thing I do is set up my truck. I pull my hoses out, I pull all my equipment out, and I get everything set up. My A-boards, everything that I need to get set up. Then I go and knock on 10 houses that way, 10 houses that way, and 20 houses across the street, saying, hey, I'm just about to get started over there. Can I come to you next? Hey, I'm getting started over there. They can look, they see all my stuff out. You know, they're seeing the equipment out, see me about to get started, and I'm scheduling my next job right then. Hey, let me give you a deal. Let me give you some good value, blah, blah, blah. So that's what I'm doing there. Then, so I'm tapping into the customer water supply, get the hoses, everything set up. Then I throw on some headphones and I get to work. I start with concrete for instead of house washing. I start with the concrete because some stuff will kick onto the house. So I start by downstreaming, pre-treating the concrete. Then I will, no. The first thing I do is I turbo nozzle all the cracks because we have a lot of aggregate here in Washington. So I turbo nozzle the cracks and I turbo nozzle the edges of the concrete. So I get all my turbo nozzling done. Then I will pre-treat with a soft wash solution to start to break down the organics and start to lift some of the dirt up. Then I will go over everything with my surface cleaner. Then I'll rinse everything. I'll apply a post treatment. I will then soft wash the house. So soft washing house, I first I first rinse down the house, one section at a time. Turn on my soft wash, hit it, let it dwell, move to the next panel, rinse, soft wash, and then let it dwell. Come back to the first panel, rinse, and then repeat the same thing on the other side of the house. Pack up, and then off to the next house. Or pack up, property walk, take final photos, and then go over to the next house. Pre-treat consists of what soft wash solutions? Sodium hypochlorite, surfactant, and water. It's a downstream chemical, so it's about 1.5% soft wash or 1.5% sodium hypochlorite, surfactant, and water. In other words, say, be on your P's and Q's. Yeah, sure, absolutely. What does downstream mean? Downstream is a soft wash term for when you use a downstream injector. You insert this piece in between your pressure washing pump and your pressure washing hose. So instead of connecting the pressure washing hose directly to the pressure washer pump, you insert this piece. It's called a downstream injector. Off of the downstream injector is a little barb, and you put a tube on that, and you put it into a chemical of sodium hypochlorite and surfactant or soap. When you turn your pressure washer on and you use a soap nozzle, the downstream injector siphons the chemical into your water stream without entering your pump. It does it after the pump, and it goes through the hose and applies to the house. When you close that connection or you turn off the downstream injector or whatever you want to do, or disconnect it, or if you're using a high pressure nozzle, it will stop the downstream effect from happening. Trex decking soft washing, what ratio and deck brush? Trex, you're not supposed to downstream. Trex recommends hot water, mild soap, and low pressure. That's what Trex recommends. That is the official Trex thing. So what Trex, if you look at their process on their site, what it says to do is rinse the deck, apply a mild soap, use a stiff bristle brush to scrub in the direction of the grain, and then rinse and repeat. I don't do that. So that's the official Trex. So if you want, that's the official. What I do is I apply a downstream treatment to it. So small 1.5%. Let that dwell for about 15 minutes. Then I'll come behind with a low pressure fan tip, and I will move along each of the planks and apply that. Hey, thanks for the gift, Prompt. I really appreciate you, man. I don't know what those gifts mean, but I appreciate it. Oh, we got a lot of people in here. I got the truck here. Do you guys want to see the truck? What's going on, Renew Power Clean? Yeah, I say 200 feet of pressure washing hose. That allows you to get around pretty much any house. So I can walk you through those things. It's a lot. There's a lot of components to that. So I would say for that, you got to buy the course. Go to powercleanacademy.com, and I have a course on pressure washing and soft washing. there's too many little intricate pieces that I couldn't just go over. Yeah, let's go check out the truck. Ugh. Let's go check out the truck. Oh, we're spinning. We're spinning. All right. My truck's probably a mess right now, so sorry in advance. Flip camera and let's see, flip camera. All right. So this is the money maker right here. So it's a Ford F-150, nothing crazy. Oh, there's a soda cup in there. Nothing crazy. I didn't go with one of those pre-built skids. What's going on, Colt? Sorry, I'm not going to be looking at the messages right now because I'm going to be talking through this truck. So I didn't go with the pre-built skid. You know, I've been going back and forth on those things, and I'm just like, man, it seems like a lot of money for effectively what I have already. So I'll walk you guys through it. So starting at the back here, I've got this. So let's start here. This is my soap tank. This is where my Apple Wash lives. So I have that. I have my sodium hypochlorite tank, and I have my water tank, 55, 55, 20 gallons. From there, I have everything mounted to this aluminum pallet here. I got, right there. I got that from Uline for about 400, 500 bucks. I've got my 8 gallon a minute pressure washer here. This is a GX 390, and I've got this attached to a TSF 2021 pump. So it's 8 gallons a minute and works great. Got a 12 gallon gas tank right here. Got the 20-inch surface cleaner. Got this big blower, rarely use it. A water deionizer right there, and hose reel for that. And I think this is some Zeps, don't really use that often. Oh, and this is my screen cleaner right there. That's used for cleaning window screens. Back here, I've got my hoses. So here, I've got 200 feet of pressure washing hose on an electric Titan reel. I've got a 100 feet of garden hose there. I've got a, what is that thing called? 200 feet of Curatech half-inch soft wash line. So I'll come around back. Up top, I've got a 32-foot ladder and a 20-foot ladder. So right back here, oh, looks like I got a soap leak. So right back here is kind of like the brains of the operation. Everything is electronic. So all these hose reels are, you know, electric, which makes things a lot easier when you're loading up, loading out. I built this downstream injector, this remote downstream injector right here. So this is a downstream bypass. What it does is it sucks in, well, this line is for my pressure washing hose. From the pressure washer, it goes up straight through here. When I cut this ball valve on, electronically, wirelessly, it blocks the water. It blocks the water here, and it sends the water through here. This right here is my downstream injector. It's pulling from those tanks back there, and will inject water, chemical into this line, and it comes up right through here. And it sends water through that way. So this is called a bypass. And then I primarily use a M5 nozzle. It's a modified M5 nozzle right on a DN10 ball valve as my rinsing tool. Here I have my 12 volt. This is where we plug it in to charge it. This is how we turn it on. That's turning it on. Battery indicators back there. My proportioner setup right there, pretty standard. Running a 7 gallon a minute pump. Here I'm using, this is my my wand for soft washing, and then I'm using the Southeast Soft Wash shooter tip and a Davis shooter tip holder, and yeah, pretty simple. Over here, I have a squeegee. I have my deionized water boar's hair brush, water fed pole. I've got a shovel and some broom handles, and then over there some wands with turbo nozzles attached to them. The proportioner is attached. So this line is sodium hypochlorite. This line is surfactant, this line is sodium hypochlorite, this line is my SH line. This is my soap line, and this is my water line. Basically what's happening is these are drawing from the tanks. I can adjust these nozzles to give me, so if I adjust it here, that's 3%. I know I'm running 3% sodium hypochlorite because the water's all the way on, and I'm halfway open on the proportioner for the SH. So really simple. Soap, you know, I don't go half. The most I go is like a quarter turn on the soap. It doesn't really require much soap. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And everything just comes right off of the back of the truck there. So I'm gonna switch this bad boy around, and then I'm gonna go sit back down, and then I will get back to answering the questiones. See a lot of comments in there. Ugh. Boom shakalaka. All right, let me get back to these comments. Yeah, there's a lot of comments. Hold on. Let me see if I can look at it on here. Those numbers are made up. Okay. You can. Get off of that. Thank you. I could handle a couple jobs with the extract for sure. Yeah. What's the water tank if you hook up to the house? I don't understand that question. Oh, so I hook up the water to the house. The water feeds the tank. The tank feeds the pressure washer because I'm pulling 8 gallons a minute, and I'm pulling 8 gallons a minute, and the pressure washer will run out of water in most houses. So it works as what's called a buffer tank. Solar, yeah, the water fed pole is for window cleaning and solar panel cleaning. Just got to deal with a lot of runoff. I don't understand. Just got to deal with a lot extra for sure. Oh, should I go straight for soft wash system? Soft wash systems are expensive. Like that whole system is like $2,000, you know, and yeah. That whole system is like, just the soft wash system is at least $2,000. So it's a lot. So XJet is a really great starter. What's the water deionizer? That's for water deionizer. Basically pulls out the minerals and brings the TDS of the water, the total something solids. What does TDS stand for? Total diluted solids, or I forget TDS. But it brings it down to zero, close to zero. And when you clean windows, what is leaving the streaks, or what's causing those streaks to be left, is the minerals and everything in the water. So deionizing it, filtering it and deionizing it removes all of that. So yeah. Okay, thank you. I can handle a few jobs with the extract for sure. Yeah, absolutely. What's the water tank? Okay. More surfactant. Yeah. Starting out, is it necessary to have different kinds of hose? If so, which are important? I mean, depending on what you're starting with, soft washing hose and, pressure washing hose and garden hose is all you really need. Use more surfactant with the extract. Got it. Thank you. 6 setup. Thank you. Can you explain? I think I did that already. When soap is not working or don't have a good surfactant. it doesn't stick. Yeah. What software do you use to keep up on schedule? I use Jobber, and I'll give you, if you want to use Jobber, I would appreciate it if you used my link. Oh, actually, there's a link in my link tree. There's a link for Jobber in my link tree. If you decide to use my link, then I get a credit. So, yeah, and I believe they offer a free trial, so you can check that out. But I use Jobber personally. Really love that software. There's a lot coming in. Hold on, sorry. Trying to keep up with everything. Let me check YouTube. Okay, how do I make it? Okay, we already said that, Jonathan. All right. Buffer tank, yes, but stronger than, but the extract doesn't come out a lot stronger than the soft wash setup. No, the soft wash setup, I can go 12.5%, you know, if I really wanted to. Eliminator, I've never used Eliminator as a soft surfactant, so I have no idea. How much is that setup? Jeez. Let's do the math on it. The pressure washer is $4,500. The hose reels are $800 a piece because they're electric. So that's what, $2,400. The hoses are not cheap. They're like $200 hoses, so that's $400 for the pressure washing hoses. The soft wash hose is about $300. The garden hose is about $100. The proportioner now is about $700 if I needed to buy that. The box, the hose is $300. The battery for that is $100. The holding tanks back there, let's call that $1,200 for all the tanks. Miscellaneous and plumbing, there's probably about $2,000 just in miscellaneous plumbing. There's probably about 12 to 15 grand back there. Oh, surface cleaners, poles, deionizer, yeah, definitely into the $15,000 range back there. Buffer tank, houses that supply through, maybe need. Yeah, buffer tank is always a good idea if you're running anything larger than a 4 gallon a minute system. So if you're starting out with the basic setup, you should not get a soft wash system. Yeah, no, it's just you're able to do less. So mine allows me to do roofs, all of that. Should I have more garden hose or more pressure washing hose? Pressure washing hose. You want to be able to get around the house. You want the pressure washer to stay stationary. So you only need 25, 50 feet of pressure wash. I would get 250 foot garden hoses, or a 25, 25, and 50. So you want that much hose because if you do larger projects, you want to be able to get it all the way around the house. But you want enough hose to stay the pressure washer to stay stationary, and for you to navigate around the house with the pressure washing hose. So 200 feet has been fine. There's rarely a scenario where I need more than 200 feet. Should I have, is 100 foot of garden hose with a 4 gallon minute too much? You said go 50 earlier. Yeah, I like to have 100 foot available at all times, because there's times where I'm just like really far out and I need like when I'm doing that Costco, I needed that 100 foot. So when you're just starting off, if you don't have any hose reels, you got to think, what do you have to wind up all the time, right? I don't have to wind anything up, so I can go with about 200-300 feet. It doesn't matter to me. But for you're winding, 100 feet up every single house, it sucks. Go with small. Go with 2 25s and a 50. And yeah, no problem, Big D. Do you need an apprentice, sir? No, not at this moment. I don't think you covered the starter kit if you wanted to start today. Oh, I did it. That is because I have it in my new training. Let's see if I know it's in my new training. Let's see if it's in my old training as well. I think it's under, you know what? You know what? You know what? Hold on a minute. Bear with me a second, guys. I know what I'm gonna do. I know exactamundo what I'm gonna do. I am going to build an Amazon cart of everything that I would, or an Amazon link of everything that I would get. I have it all right here, and then I will drop that link in my thing here. Just take me a moment. Bear with me a minute, gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if I have any ladies in here. Okay. Add to list. Low budget system. Almost done. Okay. Surface cleaner, downstream injector. Okay, boom, boom, to boom. Quick connect, turbo J rod, tank, boom, downstream injector, surface cleaner. Am I missing anything? Quarter-inch braided chemical hose. You're gonna need this as well. Okay. All right, now let me throw Linktree. Sorry, I'm gonna get right back with you guys. Add a link. Okay, so I just added it to my link tree, and you so if you look at the link in my bio, it's on my link tree. It's just a $2,200 pressure washing startup. You'll be able to see that and use that and make money off of that. I mean, I've been doing this for 3 years, so 100-foot garden hose, 200-foot pressure wash. Sorry, just to clarify. Yes, and again, you don't have to go 100-foot if you're not using hose reels. I would use two 25s and a 50 on the truck, or on the, I would bring that, and then I would bring two 100 foots. What's your best way, best year, and how long have you been doing it to reach that year? Do about 350, about 350 in a year. Do you do Facebook to land accounts? Yeah, absolutely. Facebook. I have a marketing company, so yeah, I do a lot of Facebook ads, and they are phenomenal. Really good at that shit. Don't forget the O-rings on the list. You know it. That's already there. O-rings are there. Search Chromie. Did you get an LLC insurance before you do houses, or did you buy it? Or can you buy it? I'm not going to disclose what I did. I don't want to incriminate myself. I'm gonna leave that up to speculation. I don't know if we got any snitches in here. No, just kidding. Let's call it a 2-week grace period. So yeah, that list is in there. And then where do you market to land your commercial accounts? A solid website and good Google ads. That's it. So you got to think, commercial accounts are, do you need any type of connectors for these hoses? Yeah, you need the quick connects for that, and that's in the list. Depends on the pressure washer, because some take the M22 connects. So the list that I sent you is a complete list, quick connects and everything. All the smaller stuff, if you can buy 2 of them, buy 2 of all the little stuff. You know, it's good to have 2 of all of those little things. The big stuff, the surface cleaner, things like that, you don't have to buy 2. But all the little stuff, buy 2. But commercial accounts, yeah, just having a fire website and having a fire, having good Google ads helps me land commercial accounts. A lot of really, this is, I think the most poppin' live we've had so far. This has been a good one. Prompt design is back. What's going on? I think this is the longest live I've done too. Jeez, it's been over 2 hours. It's 8 o'clock, it's 7:48. I gotta get off of here. It's been fun hanging out with you guys. Gosh, I've done 3.5 hours online today on live. Jeez, this is gonna be a new job for me. If you haven't already yet, make sure you check out powercleanacademy.com. Check out powercleanacademy.com. It's going to teach you how to do pressure washing, soft washing courses on there. Reach out to me for one-on-one sales training. Let's see. If you need website help, marketing help, visit Introspect Web Design. All of this is in my link tree. So go to my account, click on my link tree, and yeah, we'll get all that set up for you. You know, I'm lucky enough to be hanging out with you guys. I have a guy running out, taking care of the jobs for us, and you know, hanging out with you guys, and I'm able to build this other side of the business. So, you know, this is what it's all about. This is what we want. So, either way, guys, I appreciate you, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Thanks for hanging out with me. This was a lot of fun. I try to do these every day, most of the time. I know tomorrow is going to be tough. I'm driving 2.5 hours down south to take care of a big building. So yeah, that's gonna be a whole thing. But yeah, just let's I should be back live with you guys tomorrow or the following day. No, that's a lie. I am going to be taking some time off because my mom's coming into town. So yeah, I'm probably not going to be doing as many lives over the next couple days. You'll probably see me starting about Tuesday again. May try to get one more in. But yeah. All right, gentlemen, be safe out there. Make sure you DM me if you, sorry, I didn't hear you answer question. Hear you answer question. Which question were you talking about? What's your best year and how long? Been doing it about 3 years, $3,500. Introspect web design. I'll put it in the, so it's mine and my girlfriend's company, and she's a fantastic web designer. And yes, the ladies, Introspect Web Design. It's also in my link tree, so check that out. It's also my link tree. So yeah, we help with website design. What is that? Facebook ads, Google ads. Yeah, so, yep, no, you probably put it with a T. She came up with the name. I hated it without the T, but, you know, that's okay. It's Introspect Web Design. Comes right up on Google there, but, yeah. All right, people, I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to go cry a little bit and relax a little bit and, like, decompress. Thank you for all the love today. It's been awesome. And I will catch you guys on the next one. Peace.